The 18th Brumaire of Louis Bonaparte, by Karl Marx, narrated by Ethan Williams. Chapter 1. Hegel says somewhere that great historic facts and personages recur twice. He forgot to add, once as tragedy, and again as farce. Cossadier for Danton, Louis Blanc for Robespierre, the Mountain of 1848 to 51 for the Mountain of 1793 to 2005, the nephew for the uncle. The identical caricature marks also the conditions under which the second edition of the 18th Brumaire is issued. Man makes his own history, but he does not make it out of the whole cloth, he does not make it out of conditions chosen by himself, but out of such as he finds close at hand. The tradition of all past generations weighs like an Alp upon the brain of the living. At the very time when men appear engaged in revolutionizing things and themselves, in bringing about what never was before, at such very epochs of revolutionary crisis do they anxiously conjure up into their service the spirits of the past, assume their names, their battle cries, their costumes to enact a new historic scene in such time-honored disguise and with such borrowed language. Thus did Luther masquerade as the Apostle Paul. Thus did the Revolution of 1789 to 1814 drape itself alternately as Roman Republic and as Roman Empire. Nor did the Revolution of 1818 know what better to do than to parody at one time the year 1789, at another the revolutionary traditions of 1793 to 95. Thus does the beginner, who has acquired a new language, keep on translating it back into his own mother tongue. Only then has he grasped the spirit of the new language and is able freely to express himself therewith when he moves in it without recollections of the old, and has forgotten in its use his own hereditary tongue. When these historic configurations of the dead past are closely observed, a striking difference is forthwith noticeable. Camille Desmoulins, Danton, Robespierre, Saint-Just, Napoleon, the heroes as well as the parties and the masses of the old French Revolution, achieved in Roman costumes and with Roman phrases the task of their time, the emancipation and the establishment of modern bourgeois society. One set knocked to pieces the old feudal groundwork and mowed down the feudal heads that had grown upon it. Napoleon brought about, within France, the conditions under which alone free competition could develop, the partitioned lands be exploited, the nation's unshackled powers of industrial production be utilized. While, beyond the French frontier, he swept away everywhere the establishments of feudality, so far as requisite, to furnish the bourgeois social system of France with fit surroundings of the European continent, and such as were in keeping with the times. Once the new social establishment was set on foot, the antediluvian giants vanished, and, along with them, the resuscitated Roman world, the Brutuses, Gracchi, Publicolas, the tribunes, the senators, and Caesar himself. In its sober reality, bourgeois society.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?